everyone, welcome to LATV Videos to Go. Today we have a very special guest. Her name is Aileen Rosario. Welcome, Aileen. It's so good to have you here with us. We are super honored to have such beautiful talent with us today. You are beautiful all around. You have a beautiful voice. You're beautiful physically and honestly, I've been chatting with you for the past 10-15 minutes, and I can tell you just have a radiant energy about you. So thank you so much for sharing that with us today. Now, Aileen, tell us a little bit about yourself and your beginnings in music. How did you start with your interest in music? How did you know that this was something that you wanted to do professionally?
From my mother's womb.
My goodness.
From inside the tummy, I swear. I feel like God, gave me such a big gift for the love of music, the love of art. 3 years old, I started dancing when I was 3, ballet, jazz, and tap, up until when I was 12. My father gave me a keyboard, and I started playing piano by ear. So I started composing my own music, coming up with my own melodies and creating my own music. I then started performing locally with some dancers, obviously because I had the dance, experience in me. And I was just doing shows, auditioning for different shows, and up until I found my first band that I traveled with when I moved to New York. And then now I'm here.
Wow. So basically, literally your whole life you've been dedicated to music. It's just been your calling, and that's how you know, right? That you're on the right path. That's incredible.
Yes, totally.
So you started dancing at 3 years old. That's a very young age. So
yeah, it is. And I have a story to tell you.
Tell me.
When I was three, 3 or 4, I had a recital. And my father tells me the story. He says the story to everybody, so he might say it again in the near future. So I had a recital, and then it was a snowy day in Providence. And my instructor went running outside after the show and was knocking on my dad's window in his car because he was waiting for us. And she goes, "Your daughter, Aileen?" And he was like, "Yeah. That little girl's gonna be a superstar. She's gonna be so big one day." Oh my God, my father says that story all the time. So, but how beautiful it is, to have an instructor, see that in a child,
Absolutely.
I think it's such a blessing at such early age. So it's definitely a blessing.
That just shows you've always had it in you. That's incredible. So you start dancing, you graduate high school, you move to New York to pursue your dreams as a singer. And so I want to know, all the deets on how this happened, because I know that you got discovered by Lenny Santos, who was part of Aventura, and then he asked you to be part of his band, which is called, it was called Vena, but before that it was called The Element. Is that right?
Yes. How do you know? I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm a psychic.
You're psychic. Sí, mi amor. No, obviously I had, in my early age, auditioning for different TV shows and things. So I had to create a small name for myself in the hip hop industry. I worked with MTV. So when I moved to New York, one day I woke up here in Miami, and I looked at my parents in West Palm Beach, actually. And I looked at my parents and I said, "Mommy, Papi, I'm leaving to New York. I don't know what it is, but something's calling me." And as soon as I get to New York, 2 months into me living there, I was invited to go to a studio from a friend. I had no idea where I was going. So when I walk in, I see all these pictures of Aventura everywhere. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I recognize the group, Bachata, obviously. Y entra Lenny, Lenny Santos, and he auditions me. He's like, "I've been looking for a girl singer for months, and you're going to be the girl to my group." I'm like, "What? That's it?"
That is incredible.
It was just like that.
Wow.
Literal. And then, we were The Element. I was the Fergie of the Black Eyed Peas in a bachata hip hop fusion, which was a big blessing. And then there were some changes. So we changed the name to Vena, where we remained, and we traveled all over the world with Lenny and Max.
Wow.
Max and
so
Jeanete.
he didn't even have to think about it. He saw it right away. He saw it in you, and he was like, "This is the girl
he heard it.
Want."
He didn't not only see it, but he heard it, because when he asked me to sing, you know, I was put on the spot. So then when I saw him, like, you know, I remember him saying, what I like is, like, your voice has been so different from all these girls that I've auditioned, you know. I have a very, like, raspy voice, so that's what he liked. He liked that unique sound. So yeah, it was a blessing. You know what? The band came to an end. I moved back to Miami here, and yo digo, Dios sabe lo que hace. God knows what he does, you know. I came here, and now I've been focusing on my solo project. I've been focusing on my initial dream when I was a little girl. Like what I knew I was gonna do, I'm finally doing it, like, now.
Hey, making your dreams come true. And that's something that, honestly, I feel like every girl should strive to do. Sometimes we get so caught up in this society, and like we sometimes think like, no, I can't do that, I can't be that, I can't chase my dream. What is a piece of advice that you will give to all the young girls out there who admire you, who also strive to follow their dreams?
Yeah, you know, I'm a big believer of God, so I feel like grab your God, and not to speak about religion, but I think you must have something to turn to, you know, in those battles, in those moments where you're just gonna cry, because we know, as women, we go through so much that there's moments of just pure tears, you know? And it starts there, but it also starts in your heart, and you knowing who you are. Identify first what you truly want in your heart. And if you know that that's what you want in your heart, and that's the goal, that's what you want to, that's where you see yourself, then you gotta keep it in your head every single day you wake up. Talk to yourself and just say it. Like, call it. Porque everything that I've done in my whole life, every hurdle, every stepping stone, I always like say to myself, Aileen, oh my God, you're gonna do it. Aileen, but you're gonna make it. Aileen, but prepare this because you're gonna do it. Aileen. So it's like, consistently give yourself that energy. If you have to break away from anything or anybody, just do it and just grab it.
Beautiful.
The sky's the limit.
I love that. I love it. I love that. I love that so much. Now, Aileen, I know that like right now you are kind of in this like urban reggaeton kind of like type of sound. But I've also have heard you do a lot of bachata, and like you said, you were with Bena for a long time. What is your favorite genre to sing, to perform? My favorite genre to perform, obviously, like, I'm such a little firecracker because I love so much. But what I enjoy the most, honestly, is when I'm given the opportunity to dance and sing. Like, I love what production is, you know? But definitely, even so with the dancing, I still like to keep it still sentimental. So Aileen is that romantic type of artist with percussion, with a beat. Like, I've always been that type of girl. In fact, my first songs that I composed when I was 12, 13 years old, they were the same genre. It was like reggae pop. It was always that line, you know, with percussion. But yes, I came to a moment in my life where I was just recording bachata. And that's another, you know, one of my passions. I was raised with lots of culture. Like my parents, they would send my brother and I every summer to Dominican Republic. So every time we would go, like, it was, you know, I was almost raised there. I did my braces, I got there when I was like younger. So every summer we would go, and I was really, really able to like grab my culture and really learn like where I'm from. So I have a passion for my music, for bachata, merengue. I have a lot Música
of
tropical.
Tropical. Somos caribeñas.
Exacto. And it's true because, like, siendo una mujer dominicana de sangre así cálida, and coming to the US, although Miami is still pretty Latin, very tropical, and even New York is so diverse, but I feel like living in the US, sometimes you kind of, it's not like you lose it, but you just don't have it all the time. So you kind of forget about that. So
you are so right. You are nailing it, because I see it with my I have a big family, and I see it with my little cousins. It's so sad, you know, like they have both parents from Dominican Republic and they don't even know how to speak, with all respect to everybody, but they can't speak Spanish. And it's not their fault, I'm not blaming anybody.
Yeah, of course.
What a blessing for you to really like grab your roots and embrace it and know where you come from and just be it. So I'm super blessed that you, now that you said that, like I really am. I look back and I say thank you to my parents all the time.
And it's true because especially throughout these times and all this crazy pandemic, we don't have the possibility to travel and things might change after this for a long time where people are not going to want to travel. So they might not have the same opportunities that maybe we've had to get to know our home countries a little bit more, to really involve ourselves with our culture in the way that maybe you have had the chance to do that. But it is important to grab onto our roots. Now, Aileen, tell me, how long have you been alone doing your music since since Bena is not longer a band?
Yes, I've been now going on 3.5 years of attack mode. Attack mode, like seriously. Como te digo, just launching music, yeah, like, that's how I feel right now, como una leona. But it's been a blessing, I love what I do. I've worked with so many talented producers from here, from Miami, which is the result of my new single, Ricura. Amor es una ricura. La vida es una ricura. Life is so delicious, So I worked with Genio, La Musa, which is a, very well-known producer, very talented. I had the blessing to work with him and we created this baby that I hope the world loves.
No, and it's great. Ricura, I really liked it. I'm digging the video as well. You cannot miss this video because it's really good. Her song is really good. If you want to dance, even if you're stuck at home, this is the time to do it. And this is the song to do it too. So Aileen, tell us a little bit about Ricura. What inspired this song?
This song, you know what? It stuck out to me like a sore thumb when I first heard it. So obviously it was my first session with Genio. And he told me, Aileen, I know you compose your music, but let me show you some of my songs, see if you like it. And he was showing me one by one. And when this song turned on, I was like, wait a minute. I loved the sensual, the romance, like, and then the beat together. It's like, it's who Aileen is. Like, I really, Ozuna is one of my favorite artists because I feel like Ozuna represents that. Él es tan romántico, pero still with a beat and still with his reggaeton like swag, which is what I love. So entonces Ricura was, just born that way. We produced and recorded in Miami, and we also filmed it in Miami. Everything was in Miami. The model, Janiel, shout out to you. Shout out to Mikey Pesante, which was the choreographer that worked on the video with me as well. And we just made it alive. Thank God.
Wonderful. Honestly, I really, really enjoyed it. It was, and it is true what you were saying because I've listened to your older singles. I've listened to Tu Amor, No Me Llames, Sola, and this one was just a little bit more spicy, a little bit sexier, a little bit more like fuego, candela. Aileen, thank you so much for being here with us today. It's been
that was fun.
My pleasure meeting you. I honestly feel really blessed to have shared this a little bit of time with you, getting to know you. A woman so inspiring and a woman that's teaching us about, women's strength, about women empowerment. And like you said, you are a total lioness right there. Like, honestly, like even the mane, it's like totally giving you that glow of the strength of a lion. So thank you so much for being here with us, Aileen.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you for having me, inviting me. I feel so happy to be here. Thank you.
Ciao. Bye.